If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
Hi guys, very good morning.
Good morning.
So guys, I would like to have the interactive session, right? So whenever you feel, if you have any doubts or if you have, any kind of concerns, feel free to raise it. Okay, even I'll be asking a couple of questions in between. Okay, so it would be interactive. Okay, so fine. Let me start with the introduction for the BTP. Okay, I'll directly start with that part of it. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
So guys, what is SAP BTP in general? Anyone? Anybody? What is SAP BTP in general?
It's a platform as a service.
Sorry?
It's a platform as a service. They're providing the service and we can utilize. And
Yes, that is true. What else?
Application development, integration, automation, and data and analytics and AI, which we will integrate into the single platform.
Yes, that is also right. Okay, how many of you have worked on BTP? Let's start with that one. Okay, in general. Anybody? Oh, should I call it as a fresher in terms of BTP? Oh no, we have somebody. We have Mitra. Okay, that's good. So Mitra, have you worked on CAP or RAP, or what did you work upon in BTP?
Not very much extensively in CAP or RAP, but we have developed few applications in Fiori and BAS and then deployed in BTP.
Oh, so you're comfortable with the Fiori.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. How about others? Did anybody had and worked on any kind of applications in BTP or any exposure? Okay, it's long pause. I don't. Okay, so I'll take it as a no. So we'll have a basic part of it. It's fine. So Mitra, ma'am, probably you will have better idea, right? What is BTP then? What about other things? The two people already confirmed about the BTP.
Yeah.
What else?
Basically, a platform where we host the applications and consume any microservices as such.
Yes, you're right. What else? Guys, do you know why it was required to have the BTP as a platform when SAP has a locked off good portfolio, the products in hand? Why they introduced this one?
Yeah, our understanding is that it is a cloud-based solution. Mostly all the
Yes.
application is moving into the cloud,
Correct.
where SAP also needs to be in the market on the cloud. So the solution should be on the cloud up and running. And with the evolving nature of the cloud applications, most of the customer will prefer to have this. The solution can be developed and deployed without having owning our infrastructure or any other application. So that will be covered by BTP.
Fantastic. Yes. Okay. So that is one of the reason. And one other reason is the entire IT was moving to cloud, and SAP was a bit behind in that part of it. Okay, and they gradually realized what is the power of cloud, and they introduced a lot of services. So tentatively, anybody can tell me how many services do we have on SAP BTP? Any approximate number? Okay, that's fine.
You mean the services in the sense like the technology, like the CAP or
services. How many services are being offered under SAP BTP in general? Any rough number, it's fine. Anyway, we are going to see how many are there.
Right.
Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20. What do you think?
It's around some 80 or one.
Yeah, it is more than 80. That's true. Kishore. Okay, so yeah, we are going to see that part. But SAP BTP, as rightly pointed out, it's a cloud platform. Okay, it's comprises of 90 plus services. Okay, um, yes. Okay, it has a various hyperscaler on which the sub accounts can be deployed. Okay, which we are going to take it up. Okay, so it runs across the hyperscalers. If we choose maybe Azure, if we choose AWS, if we choose um, Alibaba also is there, right? GCP is also is there, right? So if we can choose our sub account, it can work over there also. Fine. So this is about the sub account part of it. Okay, and then if basically it offers lot of services. Okay, it's just supporting in order to activate the services, you can activate the services, you can onboard the developers. Okay, and you can start your work, and it will be pretty fast. Okay, so let's say I'm getting the request now. Okay, it will take maybe, depending on the service, okay, it will take some couple of minutes for me to activate the services. I can assign the roles and developers can start the development. There won't be any kind of delay in between. Okay, and let's say guys are quite senior, right, in general. So if we need to do some component needs to be added to the our on-premise system, so we need to find the component, we need to add it, we need to find the matching of it. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work, sometimes we may need downtime. Here we don't need anything. It is it's kind of we are ready. Okay, and we can take it forward. Apart from that, I'll also try to showcase we have couple of services which provide the pre-built content. Okay, just like SAP Fiori has lots of out of the box Fiori applications given by SAP itself, which you just activate it, enable it, okay, and the application will be start working it. Similar way, there are a couple of services, okay, which offers the pre-built content by SAP itself, because SAP knows its portfolio much better than us, right? So those pre-built content is just like a plug and play. So along with the services within the BTP, SAP does offers okay the pre-built content inside the services as well. Okay, and by which it would be easy, right? You just activate the services, pre-built content is already there, you just enable that components. Okay, you deploy and you can start. Okay, so let's say I'm giving a rough example. Okay, I want to activate couple of VPA bots, build process automation bots. Okay, in that case, uh, I activate my services. It will take maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I will onboard my developers. It will take another 20 minutes, and I will activate. Let's say 10 bots are there. Okay, I already selected it, so I will just activate those bots. Okay, I will take it up. So maybe within 1 hour, my 10 bots are ready. Okay, starting from service, starting from giving access to the developers, and starting from the bots execution is also. Okay, so this is the power, this is the kind of a speed and ability it can provide. Okay, with the cloud platform. Okay, I'm using the word here, cloud platform. Okay, so let's start with that one. Okay, so basic platform concepts, solution services, regions, we have it, we have environments, we have ABAP environments also. Okay, we have enterprise and trial accounts. Okay, so these are the part of the kind of a cost associated or different types of accounts we can have inside the BTP. Okay, it is mainly from the uh, agreement with the SAP, how we would like to take your account. Let's say we are from TCS, right? So in that case, TCS has different account with SAP, okay, as part of being a partner, okay, and it can also have a how many types of if it is a small client, then CPA would not be preferable. It's a commercial models, right? We have commercial models and account models. We have entitlements, quotas. We have a user and member management, and we have tools, programming models, and APIs. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, so SAP BTP brings together intelligent enterprise applications with database and database management, analytics, integrations, extensions capabilities into one platform for both cloud and hybrid environments, including hundreds of pre-built integrations for SAP and third-party applications. Now you guys must be wondering, right? When we were discussing, I did not bring all this part of it. So what is the deviations, right? Why do we have deviations over here? We talked about the services, right? Any thoughts? Dinesh? Maybe Renga, yeah, please.
Sorry, what is that question? I'm not very clear on the question.
See, when we are talking, right, about the SAP BTP, we talked about all the services, but the definition is coming out something different. Intelligent enterprise applications with database and database management, analytics, integration, extraction. So what is this? Why we have a deviation? Mhm.
Yeah, these are the applications accessing via services.
Yes, you are right, Dinesh. Okay, fine. So all this, right? Okay, database and database management, analytics, integration, extensions, capabilities. Okay, so we do have one or multiple services for this one, by which we can create the applications. And when we say applications, okay, it is not only a uh, you know the Fiori applications. Okay, it can be a CAPM applications, and when we say application, it's kind of a endpoint also, you can say API also, we can say, right? So together, intelligent enterprise applications oblique APIs, I'm just adding the words, with all these services. Okay, and which I will also take you to the some other uh, blogs also to explain. Okay, into one platform, the BTP cloud and hybrid environment. So you can only create applications inside the BTP. You can deploy it over here, okay, without any hassle. Hybrid means you can also try to integrate with the cloud with on-premise also, right? Which we have seen it, right? With the help of cloud connector, which we can achieve it. Okay, cloud and hybrid. Okay, including hundreds of pre-built integrations. Here they are talking about the pre-built integrations. Okay, so by which how many types of connectors, which we have different types of connectivity for SAP and for third party also. Okay, with this one I'll take a pause and I'll just try to hold on. Go it over here. Okay, these are different blocks what we have, and here if you see, this is a much better clarity. Okay, so database and data management, okay, it has a this many services. Analytics has a this many services. Application development, integration, and extension, we have this many services. And intelligent technologies, we have this many services. Okay, so for each of the block, there are four blocks. They were segregated. For each blocks, we have a different types of services, which is segregated inside the BTP. And this BTP, okay, if you see, right, it's work on SAP data center or hyperscaler. Can anybody tell me why they have introduced the SAP data center? Any thoughts?
I think for us, many of us might not have full detail on the hyperscaler or the
No problem,
infrastructure.
that's fine. Ranga, I'm here to support you, but if you guys have any thoughts, okay, you can just share it across. Even if it is not right, that's perfectly fine. See, this is the training, okay?
Yeah.
So that's fine if you don't know. Okay. But
Yeah, I think our team might have only the visibility at the application level, not on the infrastructure. So if you can give some high level, the hyperscaler offers in the infrastructure, and
okay.
yeah,
No problem. I'm going to take you through that. Okay. I'm going to take you through that. That is not a problem. But yeah, it just thought and just to be interactive so that people don't feel sleepy while having a morning sessions, as well as uh, it would be interactive. Okay, so people will be attentive during the theoretical part of it.
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So how many hyperscalers do we have it, guys? That is the in general questions. We have
I think we have three, right? One is AWS. Is
yes,
that my understanding
AWS,
correct? AWS,
Azure,
Azure, and Google.
GCP. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so let's see in a real time. Okay, so how many services we have inside our BTP? Okay, currently we have 92 services. It might be possible when you check in after tomorrow or maybe after a couple of hours, the numbers might change. Okay, just because this is on cloud. Okay, but yeah, it's 90 plus services are there. Currently 92. Okay, and if you have noticed, there are a couple of new services, there are a couple of featured services, and there are a couple of beta also, and retired services they also mentioned it out, but currently I do not see that one. Yeah, see, retiring soon. Okay, so currently only one service is there which is going to retire soon. So this is the current and up to date list what we have. Okay, and when we say about the hyperscalers, right, we have Alibaba, we have AWS, we have Azure, we have GCP, and we have SAP. Okay, when I select SAP, only 23 services are available in some region. Okay, where we can check these services and we can take it forward. Okay, even Alibaba has only 20 services. Okay, and when we go to maybe Azure or AWS, okay, I'll go with the AWS. Okay, it has 82 services, and when I go to Azure, it has 59 services. Okay, so not all the services are available. Okay, for each of the provider. These are the hyperscalers. Okay, except SAP, all four are hyperscalers. We have it. Okay, okay, I'll go to here. So these are the hyperscalers, and there are some services which SAP has, SAP zoning into their own data centers. Okay, so basic is we need to have some kind of hyperscalers where we can deploy our services. Okay, so hyperscaler or SAP data center, right? So we need some kind of holding, right, which is the infrastructure on which you can deploy your own services, right? These are all the services, 92 services have to be deployed somewhere, and it has to be deployed either on SAP data center or on hyperscale. So this is the base what we have, right? The infrastructure base we have it. On top of it, we have a SAP BTP, which we talked about it. We have a 4 major pillars. Inside the pillars, we have different types of services. Total, there are 92 services. We have it. Okay, and so we have it is all are the cloud services, and by which cloud services, you know, yeah, it can be connected with the on-premise, it can be connected with the legacy system, can also be connected with the third-party solutions as well, right? And right, on top of it, SAP also has, okay, on BTP, okay, we can have applications. If you might be aware, right, I'm not sure whether exactly, but yeah, SAP is also creating couple of applications along with the partners, okay, and they called it as the industry cloud ready solutions, okay. So there are so many solutions are given by SAP, which are jointly developed by SAP and their own partners like TCS, Infosys, okay, and maybe other providers, right? Accenture, Deloitte, right? So they jointly collaborated with the partners SAP, and they created the solutions out of it, okay. And this solutions, it is a kind of a ready solution. So service is ready, okay, in non BTP. On top of it, they're also building the solutions ready, and they also have the intelligent suite, they call it, okay. And on top of it, what combining all this, they're making the entire business process ready, okay. Forget about the intelligence word, but they are making the entire business process ready, okay. And in the industry cloud solutions, they enable or they activate couple of intelligent part of it. Let's say we can try to enable the RPAs over there, we can try to implement the uh, you know um, the chatbots over there, right? Or even if we can try to leverage any kind of SAP AI services, okay. In that case, it would, they call it as an intelligent suite, okay. So whatever the services, the intelligent services which you can try to implement in your applications, okay. Okay, then they call it as a business process intelligence, okay. There are some kind of intelligence, it would be, we can make it activated, it can be a form of AI, it can be a form of ML, it can be a form of RPS as well, okay. So the entire business process would be ready, okay, end to end, okay, by combining all this part of it, okay. And once business process is ready, we can try to expose it and we can try to test it forward, and it can be deployed to over the for the business users, right? So this is what we have from the SAP BTP. There is nothing beyond that, okay. There is nothing beyond that, and we are only going to talk more onto the this part of it, the development part of it, okay. So we have this part which we are going to touch upon, this pillar which we are not going to touch upon, okay. This pillar, yes, definitely we are going to touch upon, and this is what we are going to take it as a theoretical part of it, okay. Guys, are we good with this one, SAP BTP?
Yeah. Just on the question which you have raised, the difference between the hyperscaler and SAP data center, is there anything specific a differentiator that hyperscaler is providing this capability, but SAP data center is something different there?
Yeah, Ranga, definitely. Okay, so let me give you the background of this one. Okay, SAP started cloud journey, okay, with the HANA Cloud Platform, probably way back in 2012 or 13. Okay, at
Yep.
that moment, there was only one environment, which is the Neo environment.
Yep.
And they started with the Fiori, wave one. Wave one was containing around 8 Fiori applications. Okay, gradually wave two come. It was around 10 plus. They offered 10 plus applications. Okay, so SAP started with its own data center itself. They did not allow any kind of hyperscalers to come in, or they produce everything in house.
Right.
Okay. Gradually, after a couple of years, HANA Cloud platforms become SAP Cloud Platform. Okay. And even gradually, SAP Cloud Platform becomes SAP BTP. Over this journey, okay, it is not just renaming of it, but there was a substantial, differences, we see inside the SAP BTP. Okay. The platform, cloud platform part of it. And when I'm saying this one, SAP, okay, started with the new environment. Later on, they enabled, okay, cloud platform, cloud foundry also. We have a different environment as well. Okay, so gradually they realized, okay, that they need to open this, they need to have the hyperscaler to make it more scalable for their customer, and so that they don't have to invest more from the infrastructure point of view.
Right.
Okay, I'll go to here. Okay, let me select all the regions. Okay, there are 25 regions are there. Okay, let me click here, you will understand it. Okay, this is a really beautiful portal what they have created it.
Mm.
Okay, so see, these are the 25 different geography in which this data center is there. Okay, let me check SAP first. Okay, so SAP has presence in 14 regions. Okay, and let me go to Alibaba. Okay, I think it is a kind of overlapping. Okay, but and AWS 9. Okay, and Azure is 8. So if SAP, okay, have to have a presence in all 25 regions, then missing 11 regions also they have to have a similar kind of regions to be make it available.
Right.
They have to have their own data centers to be created it. But is it the job of SAP to create the data center? Are they interested in it? Okay.
Mm.
It's a platform, it's a cloud platform which they can deploy onto any kind of hyperscaler, okay, to take the advantages of it, and they are interested to earn based on the service offering, not on the hyperscaler part of it.
Right.
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 So
Right.
yeah, so they opened up their own infrastructure, okay, for other hyperscalers to come in. Okay, whether they can they can done it in 11 regions, definitely they can done. Is it feasible for them? They have presence in 14 regions, they can make it 25.
Mm.
Okay, but that's not their own interest of areas to take it forward.
Right.
Okay, and over the period they and there are a couple of, okay, there are a couple of services offered by SAP BTP, okay, which is taken from the hyperscaler itself. Okay, and they will not call it out explicitly.
Right.
SAP will not call it out explicitly. Even if you ask the direct questions, they will not answer you.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, so they have internal collaborations. Okay, and to make their presence available for most of their customers across the world.
Right.
Okay, did I answer your questions, Ranga?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, guys. So this is what we have from SAP BTP side of it, and let's jump to the conclusion here. Okay. So SAP BTP, right? We have analytics. We can have the augmented BI. We can have a collaborated planning, predictive and analytics, and data warehousing. Okay. So even if you come to here, analytics. So SAP SAC, DWC, BO, BPC, and BWS for HANA, right? So all these kind of various activities which can be done within the analytics. These are available as a part of some services. And so we have analytics pillar. We have database and data management as one of the pillar where we can do the data pipeline. What is data pipeline? I think you will be able to figure out, based on the name here. What is a data pipeline?
It's a kind of integration.
Kind of, yes, but that is not, pipeline does not mean that. Yeah.
Right.
Any other person apart from Ranga? Guys, I know it's early morning, but you can speak and speak up. Okay, let me call out the names. Okay, Bijal. Okay. Yeah,
Maybe it's
Karthik.
from various data sources coming into
That is
common
that is true. Connectors, data sources is fine, but we can also create a pipeline. Okay, so we can integrate our pipeline with the data, various data sources. We can get the data, we can transform the data, we can do the massaging, right? We can transform it, we can proceed further, and with the newly created data, right, we can connect with some other systems and we can take it forward. That's fine. Okay. Data virtualizations. Okay. Data governance. We have that. Okay. We have a new model at SAP MDG. Okay. Now storage and processing, right? Storage, it's very common. Data storage, we have HANA Cloud itself along with the data lake. Okay. Connect management, we have a data orchestrations also, and we have metadata management also. When we say metadata management, it can be a DMS as well. Okay. Okay, now coming back to the intelligent technologies, we have a data-driven insights. We have a SAP IRPA. We have artificial intelligence, and we have IoT, cloud, and edge. Okay, and we have application development integrations, integration suite, intelligent BPM, enterprise solutions, and digital experience. So these are the various pillars they call it. Okay, each pillars will containing its own set of services. Okay, and combining it's a kind of a SAP BTP platform. Okay.
Just a question on this. The integration suite. What is the specific difference between this integration suite, which is going to do the similar activity what we just described for the data pipelining, right? So it has the capability for massaging the data and passing on to the another layer. Is it something different to the integration suite service provided at the application level and pipelining?
Yeah, that's a good one, and it's a straight answer, right? See, in earlier days, okay, in we have on-premise, we have a SAP PIPO.
Yeah.
Okay. So integration is suite is the cloud integration, platform. Okay, it's available as a service. It's a CPI, what we have it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, whatever CPI is the kind of integration suite, nothing else. This is the difference over here. Yeah. Okay. So SAP BTP offers users ability to turn data into business values. Okay. Compose end-to-end business process, build and extend SAP applications quickly. I think now we can understand this part. The services and solutions of SAP BTP are available on multiple cloud infrastructure providers. Yes, we have seen that. The multiple cloud offers different environments like Cloud Foundry, ABAP, and Kima. We had one more, which is the Neo. It is a kind of obsolete now. Okay, so now we are left with the three. If our existing customers, or maybe there are a couple of customers that still have the productive instance on a Neo, that will be continuing part of it, but gradually they have to move to Cloud Foundry. Okay, Cloud Foundry or Kima, they have to move to. So currently we have three active environments. Okay, Cloud Foundry, ABAP, and Kima, as well as multiple different regions, right? We have seen the regions, we have 25 regions, and a broader choice of programming language. Okay, why they call it the broad choice of programming language? Any thoughts? How many different kinds of languages we can try to leverage over here?
You mean the CAPM?
CAPM is the framework. Yes, you are right. But what is the languages we can try to leverage? What are the languages?
Our understanding is that we can do ABAP on cloud.
That is right. You are right. What else we can try to leverage?
Like Java, Python, and other languages also can be used.
Yes, you are right. So, any more language? Would you like to take it up?
Maybe CSS, JavaScript.
Yes. Okay. So JavaScript, when you say JavaScript, okay, it's a broader term. Okay, that's fine. When you say JavaScript, it's also comprises of Fiori as well, because it's a kind of a UI for JavaScript. Okay. When you say JavaScript, it's also comprises of Angular, React also, and when you say JavaScript, it's also comprises of Node.js also. Okay. So yes, JavaScripts, we can have Java also, and we can also have the ABAP also. Okay. Earlier there was no option, right? Generally, when we need to do some kind of coding, the programming language within the SAP GUI, right, it's SAP ABAP only. Okay, rarely SAP we have to do something in Java side of it, and it is more of extraction uh, abstraction layer only. Okay, and it was majorly being used within the SAP product development part of it, but not for the partners or for the customers. We don't do any kind of Java coding majorly. Okay, it is 80-90% plus, it's ABAP only, right? But now, okay, if we have this many broader choice, and let's say as the client it themselves have the developers who knows the Node.js or knows the Java or knows the Python, right? They can also have try to leverage their existing code. They can bring it, and they can integrate with the SAP BTP services, and they can deploy their solutions on site the SAP BTP. So now it is not just limited to ABAP anymore. Okay, uh, they have opened up the platform. Okay, SAP portfolio, product portfolio for other languages also, while introduction of SAP BTP. You can bring your own language. We can try to connect with their own set of BTP services. We can try to deploy it, and it will still, the connectivity will work and the application will work. And in a nutshell, we can bring the data from any of the on-premise or cloud solution, and on a front-end side, we can have anything. Okay. And what exactly do we mean by the environment? I just touched upon, but I did not explain what is the environment over here.
Deploy applications.
It's like Eclipse.
It is like Eclipse. No, this is not like Eclipse.
To deploy applications on the environment to execute.
Yes, you are right, Shiva. Okay, so whenever we created something, let's say we created any of the objects. Okay, at the object is contains maybe some API, it contains anything. Okay, so we need to deploy it. Okay, how can we deploy it? Let's say I created the CAPM API. I created the Fiori applications. Okay, I need to deploy onto the BTP. Okay, so I can deploy my Fiori applications on Cloud Foundry also. I can also deploy my Fiori applications on Kima also. Okay, so when you need to deploy it, right, the environment, okay, once you deploy it, it will be available as the API. Okay, but that environment will make sure that whatever you have deployed, it will run, and it will provide the respective packages, libraries, everything will run together, and it will be your application will be working fine. Okay, let's say you are creating some kind of applications. Okay, you are using couple of controls. Okay, and that controls require some kind of different kind of libraries to be installed, associated libraries. Okay, so it will make whatever, when you generate the mtar file will be deployed, and that mtar file will be running perfectly fine. Okay, so it is kind of environment where we can deploy, and we can call it out, and it will still working. When we need to do ABAP coding on ABAP on cloud, right, then ABAP environment will come into the picture. Rest everything, the Cloud Foundry and Kima, that is kind of open source which SAP is acquainted in a different way. Okay, and they have put it in SAP portfolio. And both Cloud Foundry is also open source. Kima is also taken from Kubernetes. It is kind of coming from Google open source in-house project. They have opened it up, and where we can deploy applications, and we can also have the microservices architecture. Okay, and it's kind of a framework which can help us to deploy. And apart from deployment, if we need to do a versioning management of each of the detail of the component part of it, and even across the regions, if you would like to take it up, this environment would be helpful. Okay, yeah. The central point of entry, okay, last point is the central point of entry to be the cloud platform, right, is the SAP BTP cockpit, where you can access your accounts, applications, and manage all the activities associated with them. Okay, fine. For just for a moment, I'll just try to open the, this is the SAP BTP. This is my global account. We have it. This is the sub accounts which I have it. Which, okay, the detailing part of it, which we are going to take it upon. Okay, and these are the services. This is Cloud Foundry. These are the HTML applications. This is the connectivity. Okay, security part of it, entitlement, usage, analytics. Okay, and when I call it over here, instances and subscription. So these many services. Okay, let it load. Okay, these many services which I already enabled it. Okay, and here I have only one environment, which is the SAP Cloud Foundry runtime. Okay, and these are the instances what I have it. Okay, so this is a single platform, okay, in which I can see my one or multiple sub accounts. Okay, within my sub accounts, if I click here, I will be able to see the space over here. Okay, quota plans, organization members. Okay, if you have deployed any kind of applications, connectivity, okay, cloud connectors, which we are going to see further, and all this part of it. Okay, so it's the centralized locations where we can check it out, how many sub accounts, how many services we have activated per sub account, how many users have access. Let's say if I'm into one of the sub accounts, and when I go to users, I will be able to see whatever the users are already been available. Okay, how many systems it has been integrated with, so I can see everything. Okay, the central point of entry to the cloud platform, where you can access your accounts. Your accounts means global account. You have multiple sub accounts. You can have a directories. You can have this spaces also, right? So you can check your all kind of folders, okay, accounts and applications, and manage all the activities associated with them. Okay, it is kind of a whatever things you have created, you have deployed it. If you would like to see the logs of it, you can see everything, right? Who has the access of what kind of BTP services, and what roles and authorization they have been given to. Okay, it is center point of entry. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just can you go back to the previous slide? So here we talked about the Cloud Foundry, ABAP, and Kima environment.
Yes.
And when you are going into the titled BTP data set, where we have the Cloud Foundry as one of the services, under that we are going and we are exploring the services, right? So when this the environment, when it is specific to ABAP, is it just one of the services inside the Cloud Foundry, or it is?
Okay, I'll showcase you. I'll answer. Okay. See, we have an SAP Discovery Center, and we have a ABAP environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to make it activate. Once you make it activate, okay, it will enable the ABAP environment, as well as, okay, it will also we will have a, okay, once you activate this one, here we will have, okay, where I will be there. Okay. We, okay. So if you look at it, ABAP environment is also there.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
is inside the Cloud Foundry runtime, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
That is
what is the
true.
difference? Yeah, what is the difference when you call it out as a different environment between Cloud Foundry and ABAP and Kaima? Is it not all under Cloud Foundry runtime, or it is a three different environment?
Okay. Fair questions. Okay. Uh, See, ABAP environment. Okay, as a service also, it is working on top of Cloud Foundry. Okay, but when we say ABAP environment, okay, it means you can do ABAP coding on cloud. That is how we can put it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are absolutely right. It is not coming out as a different environment, but it is that service, the environment what SAP has created, right? So that ABAP code can work on a cloud, right? So they have to
Mm,
create the ABAP environment, the framework of it. Okay, this
right.
framework is also running that service. Okay, the product that is also running on a Cloud Foundry.
Right. So everything coming under the Cloud Foundry, including ABAP and Kaima, right?
No,
Is
no, no,
that
no. Kima is completely different. Kima
different
is
run?
completely different. It is much advanced than Cloud Foundry.
Right. How we
Kima
can
is
access
much,
that?
yeah. Kima has a different set of installations needs to be done out over here. Okay, maybe I'll share a couple of blocks over there. But
Right.
Kima is completely different from Cloud Foundry. It is much more advanced than Cloud Foundry.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
So that is
and
on the
it
top.
gives
Yeah. In the
e-
top that you have the link. I'm for the next.
yeah. Let me
Yeah.
just,
Okay.
okay, it's just definition of it. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. But this is much advanced than Cloud Foundry, and it gives a lot of capabilities which Cloud Foundry has the restrictions about it. Okay,
Okay.
for each of the component of your service, if you'd like to have a versioning part of it, Cloud Foundry does not allow you. Kima does
Mm,
allow you. Okay, so
right.
Kima has much more benefits. Okay, because it has come much later than Cloud Foundry part of it.
Mm,
But Kima requires extra installations to be done, components to be added, and so far I've not seen any of the customers working on Kima, but everybody's working on the Cloud Foundry. Okay,
right.
so that is also there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, the concepts of it. So we can have SAP BTP. Okay, and we can have only one account. Okay, because I'm reiterating, we can have only one account per license or per agreement with the SAP. So ideally, the TCS should have only one BTP account, okay, with SAP, and there won't be any. There is only one global account, okay. Within one global account, we can create multiple directories, okay, and sub account. Directory, when I say it is just a folder, simple, okay, and we can have the sub accounts part of it. And when we say sub accounts it's a different, right? And global accounts different. We can have multiple sub accounts per global account, okay. In account tab we can have the entitlements, okay, so we can activate, enable all the services, okay. I don't think I will be having a rights, but still I'll check it out. Okay, I don't have rights, so okay, these are generally available, but if I have a rights I can able to see the add service plans over here. Okay, let me just go back one more time. Yeah, I don't have it, I'm sure. That's fine. Okay, so we can have the entitlements by which we can add the services, okay. And so once you add the services, okay, that services will be available for the sub accounts to be consumed. Now I have a question, okay. Why do I need to consume the services inside the sub account part of it? Okay, let's say I have multiple sub accounts, okay. um Okay, I will take it as a two parts of it. Okay, TCS India, TCS Australia. Okay, and I'll go with the plain part of it. TCS India has the three sub accounts: so development, quality, production, and there will be another sub account for TCS Australia. It is a development, quality, and production. Okay, so there are 6 sub accounts we have. Okay, in one global account, and the services what you would like to have it. Okay, that will go with the sub accounts part of it. So here in this case, you have to have, let's say you are just trying to activate the Cloud Foundry. So you need to have 6 instances of SAP Cloud Foundry runtime environment. Okay, I'll go with that. Okay, Cloud Foundry runtime. Okay, so in this case, I'm here. Yeah. So we need to have 6 instances of Cloud Foundry runtime, which we need to activate it, and that we need to assign for each of the sub accounts. We can assign one quota so that each 6 sub accounts can contain one Cloud Foundry runtime environment. Okay, so it will also go with the region wise. We have the environments also, we have the quotas. An environment will comprise of services, applications, and tools. Okay, and eventually these are for platform users. When we say platform users, I mean the BTP admin, BTP developers, right? And the admin part of it, right? The people who are going to create the applications, who are going to maintain the applications from the technical side of it, those are the platform users. And whatever the applications what we have created it, actually it is for the some kind of client end users, right? So in that case, business users are going to be consumed. So business users are only worried about the applications only. So this is the general concept we have. Any doubts? I'll take a pause over here. Okay. Yeah.
As part of training, are we going to create sub account, and are we going to set something, or just is that theoretical only?
See, for the training, whatever account I have been given, right, it is kind of restrictive because I can enable the entitlement and some services are associated to that one. But if you would like to see that, I can from my another sub accounts, I can make it. I can showcase you how we can activate the sub account. That is feasible. That is perfectly fine.
All right, thank you.
Okay, fine. Maybe definitely when we are going step by step, even for each part of it, right, the account and sub accounts, we are going to have a deep dive sessions. Okay, and we have a separate stack, and we can take it forward. Okay,
All right,
but
thank you.
this is in general. Yeah. Guys, are you hearing some kind of background noise from my side?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, because it's a Ganpati, festival is going on, right? So in
Right.
society, yeah. So fine. Okay. So SAP BTP offers fast in-memory processing, sustainable, agile solutions, services to integrate data and extend the applications. They are saying integrate the data and extend the applications and fully embedded analytics and intelligent technologies. Okay. So when they say in-memory processing, they call it HANA database. Okay. If you go over here, guys, one more thing. Okay, disclaimer: even if I'm trying to search over it, if I don't get it, it means something has changed. Okay, because this is on cloud and many times it happens. Okay, so we have a HANA database available inside the BTP as part of the service. Okay, and when we talk about the HANA database, okay, inline memory. This is okay. It's not mentioned over here, but yeah. The word in memory processing, it is coming from HANA database or the data lake. What is data lake? Anybody, any new person apart from Ranga? What is data lake? By the way, data lake is a different concept than BTP. Okay, so it's, if you're aware, that's fine. Okay, so when we have, okay, lots of data, okay, we have data in MBs, we can have data in GBs, we can have data in terabytes, okay, but beyond that also we have data size, right, terabytes and whether, right, in that case data lakes will come into the picture when we have large set of data, okay, and it says data lakes, okay, just like lakes, okay, when we have a lot of water, you know, they call it lake, okay, so in that case I'm not talking about ocean, but yeah, if you have large set of data, okay, so it is not really feasible to, you know, we can you know, copy the data, right, because something is getting changed, we have to you know, change the we have to make a copy of it again, or we have to, you know, do the, you know, whatever change content, we have to replicate it again. So replication when we have large set of data is not going to be feasible, so we can have the data lakes, okay, and when we have lot of data lakes, okay, it is not really feasible that we can copy it, so we need to take the data, okay, from the data lakes, and we can try to process, okay, and transform the data in real time, and we can take it forward, okay. And when I'm talking about the data lake and the processing part of it, actually here I mean the pipeline part of it, data pipelining, okay, but yeah, sorry, yeah. So in memory processing, sustainable agile solution and service to integrate the data extend applications, fully embedded analytics and written technologies, services enable, facilitate or accelerate the development of business applications and other platforms on SAP BTP, okay. So okay, accelerate the development and enable and facilitate, right. So I'll, if we go about, yeah, okay, so SAP Business Application Studio, okay, just one of the services, okay, it does not really offer any kind of advantages for the business users, but definitely this is help us to create the application, extend the application, as well as it offers couple of, you know, templates by which we can speed up our, you know, development part of it, right. So now if we can read it, services enable, facilitate or accelerate the development of SAP business applications and other platform services on SAP BTP. Okay, it's a solution and services. Now you guys are already aware of regions. Okay, so that would be straightforward. You can deploy your application in different regions. Each region represents the geographic locations where applications, data, and services are hosted. Regions are provided either by SAP or by ISS partners like AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba Cloud, and third-party regions providers can also be feasible, whereas SAP is also operating the platform layer as a cloud foundry. A region is chosen at the sub-account level. For each sub-account, you can exactly have one region. Okay, so when you trying to create the sub-account and region is the one-to-one mapping. Okay, and whatever that region, can go to here. Let's say I'm picking up only one of the region. Okay, I'll pick up the, okay, let me see for Australia how many I have there. Okay, just a drop down, we have it. Okay, so Australia, we have only one part of it. Okay, so these are the services are being offered under SAP Australia region, right? I should not say SAP, but yeah, Australia region. These are the services are being offered. There are 29 services, and almost all 5 providers are available. Okay. Fine. When we are going to deep dive further, we will see how we can select the region and how we can create the sub accounts. Okay, that would be crucial as well. Okay, so inside one region, which is a kind of a sub account, you can have the applications, services, data, environments, and infrastructure. So we can have it. I hope there's no questions here. That's fine. Okay. And when we say the environment, it's actually comprises of platform as a service. Okay, allows the development and administration of the business applications. Okay, once you deploy it, it will help us to execute the deployed application. So it provides the runtime part of it. The services will be available over there, right? And it will be tools, right, by which we can try to analyze any kind of logs, any kind of issues, right, or any kind of monitoring. If we need to do that, we can try to do that. So environment is anchored in SAP BTP on sub accounts level. Okay, fine. So we have a Cloud Foundry environment. The Cloud Foundry environment enables to develop the new applications, business use services, and supporting runtime, multiple runtimes, programming language, libraries, and services. And Enverb environment, it allows you to create the extension ABAP based products such as S4 HANA Cloud, even the S4 HANA on-premise as well. Develop the new cloud-based applications. It can be a new applications, it can be a extended or hybrid applications. When you create something from HANA SAP BTP, it can extend it to the S4 HANA Cloud. You can transform existing ABAP-based custom code and extensions to the cloud. This is also visible. Okay, so now if you see, right, SAP BTP, now we have Kima also. Okay, Kima, and they also mentioned the Neo also. Okay, the Kima environment is fully managed Kubernetes runtime based onto the open source project Kima that allows developers to extend SAP solutions with serverless functions, combine them with the containerized microservices. Containerized microservices, which was not feasible to the Cloud Foundry part of it, but it is feasible inside the Kima environment. And the new environment lets you develop HTML5, Java, SAP HANA Extended Application Services applications. You can also use the UI development toolkit for HTML5 to develop the rich UI interfaces. Okay, so nowadays SAP does not offer itself. Okay, if any of the customers might be running on the your application in a productive instance, the SAP will give continuous support of the new environment. Okay, by which we can try to see this part. So these are the 4 environments we have it. Out of 4, one is obsolete, one is only being used explicitly for ABAP only, nothing else. We have Cloud Foundry, which is widely used currently at this moment. Okay, and whatever the limitations we have as part of the Cloud Foundry environment, it is being taken up by the Kima environment. But Kima is not as straightforward, just like the Cloud Foundry. It requires a couple of more components needs to be installed and configured to start with that. Okay, now this is purely from the ABAP side of it. So just give me a minute. I'll just try to log into some other different account. Okay, so that I can try to showcase the sub account part of it. I will stop sharing for a moment. Okay, this is a different account what I have. Okay, and I'm just trying to create the directory. Okay, and when you're trying to create the I hope you can see my screen, right? Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Okay. So this is a different account what we have it, right? And in the we can create the directory. Okay, directory is just a folders, right? And we can also assign to one of the global account. Okay, directory is directly linked with the global account, and you can also create directory inside the directory. Okay, and you can have a 7 layers of deep structures hierarchy you can create. Beyond 7 layers it is not going to be created any other layer. Okay, we don't interest to create any kind of this part of it. Let me just try to create the sub account part of it. Okay, so I am creating a new sub account. So I'll put name TCS Australia. Okay, now I have a all these regions are available. Guys, how can I select this region? Can anybody guide me?
Yeah, since it's Australia, better to select Sydney.
Okay.
Based on the availability of the region, we can select the region.
See, here all the regions will be available. Okay, all the 25 regions are available, and when you are selecting Australia, okay guys, I have 3 options here.
And that depends on what services is provided on the individual environment. We need to decide whether we need to go with SAP HANA or Azure or SAP. Is that
Is
right?
this Vignesh?
No, Ranga here.
Renga, absolutely Renga, you are perfectly right. Okay, so whenever we are creating the regions, what we need to make sure, what is the client requirements, how many services do we really want. Okay, then first we need to go it over here. We can select all the services. Okay, we can check the region. Okay, that services must be present, all the services must present in this region. If yes, then only I can take up the regions out of these two. Otherwise we need to go to some other, the closest region where all the services are available. Okay, and then I need to select the closest region. Let's say in Australia, okay, all the services are unable or available. In that case, which one will you select and why?
Sorry, is that a question?
Yes, there is a question. See, when you're selecting, right, Australia, I still have 3 options.
Yeah.
Which one I need to select?
Azure.
Why not AWS?
Currently, in TCS for the client, we are using Microsoft Azure.
Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Okay. If client has a heavy exposure to Azure, we can also go with the Azure also. Okay. And
maybe the
so
maximum number of services offered.
maybe I'll not put it that way. Hold on. Okay, let me just go with this. I'll go with the, I can select this one. Okay, and I will go AWS. If I'm selecting AWS, there are 24 services. And if I'm going with the Azure, what is Azure? Yeah, I'm having 14 services. Okay, so the first question would still remain same. All the services should be available in that region and by that provider. Okay, if Azure has 14.1, but if you do not have the service which you would like to take it up, you have to go with the AWS by default choice. There is no other option. Simple. Okay, but let's say, okay, I need it. Okay, let's say, okay, this is 14 services. So HANA, I just need HANA Cloud and Business Application Studio. Okay, and okay, Cloud Foundry Runtime is anyway, it's by SAP. So these 2 services are available in both. So even if I can go, okay, in this particular scenario, I think the costing would be same. Okay, we can go to costing. Okay, for now I'll just go with the page view and add to estimator, reset. See, we also, okay, let me see, Australia. Okay. See, this is coming as a 31.2. Okay, and this is also coming as a 31.2. Okay. So there might be chances, okay, I'm using the word might here, that there might be chances that based on the provider, okay, costing may vary. Okay, because the provider is different. Here in this case, Azure, AWS. Okay. So there is a possibility over here. So even the first we need to check it out that given service should be available in the region. Otherwise, we need to go with the closest region. Okay. Once we have the region identified, we can check the available provider. And once the available provider is available, okay, then even if we have then multiple one, then we can check it, verify the costing of it, and then we can select the region. Okay. So now I can select maybe I'll go with one of the region. Is anyway it's a trial one. Okay. And I'll just try to create it. Okay. So I've created the new sub accounts TCS AU. It's been getting created. Okay, and I can go to service marketplace. Okay, I can click on the services. I can create the instances of it. Okay, I cannot really create it, otherwise it will starting the cost of it. Okay, but yeah, we can create the services and we can follow the step by step, and service will be created. Okay, so this is how we can create the sub accounts. We can create the directories. The directory is just nothing like a folder. Okay, so maybe I can create two directories, TCS India, okay, in TCS Australia. In TCS India directory, I can have maybe TCS COE or TCS project ABC, okay, if it's a requirement. And then within the directory I can have the sub accounts. Okay, sub accounts, inside sub accounts we cannot have the directory. So inside sub accounts we can only have the spaces. Spaces is the thing, right, when we actually deploy our application. Okay, the last part of the tree, which is the last node of the tree. Okay, so which is the space. And yeah, so inside sub accounts we can have space only.
What's the use of creating in marketplace and the instances you're there?
Okay, so marketplace is where we can find, and we can all the services will be there. Okay, available services, and which we can try to create it. So let's say these services are there, okay, which is not configured. All these services are there. Hold on, let me just cancel it out. Oh, there is no reset option. Very good. Okay, I'll go to home. See, all these services are there. Okay, when you go to marketplace, all the services will not be available, but couple of services will be available, and I will tell you the reason of it. Okay, there are some different licensing model. Based on the different licensing model, different services will be available over here. Okay, and if services are not available, we can go to entitlements and we can activate the services. Okay, so whatever services are available over here, if you'd like to create it, right? When I say create the services, you have the services. It does not mean that you can just try to leverage it. You need to, in order to be put this services inside the sub accounts. Okay, I'll just click on create. Okay, it will ask for a service. Okay, here maybe the free one is already been occupied. Okay, I'll select here and I can click on a create. Okay, I'll cancel this part. Yeah, as I'm already inside the sub account, okay, I can try to enable all the services. Okay, and once I create it, means this service is ready to be consumed for this sub account.
Okay, got it. You mean in BTP cockpit?
Yeah, we are in BTP cockpit itself.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside the sub accounts, we have service marketplace where couple of services, not all, but couple of services will be available. Okay, and where you can just try to create the instance of it, and that service is ready to be consumed within the sub account. I am using the word within the sub account.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay,
It's clear now. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So, okay, and once you have it, see, currently we do not have anything. Okay, so your subscription instances and environments will be kind of a blank. Okay, I'll go back and I'll delete this instance here. I don't need this one. Okay, so this is how we choose our region provider. Okay, in order to create the sub accounts, and we can take it forward. Go inside this one. Okay, now did you see here I have a limited options, right? I don't see service marketplace. I don't have any security and anything. Okay, nothing is there. Okay, I can only create the destinations. Okay, and whatever the services are available as part of this overview, right? I can just try to see this part, nothing else. Because even the developers, okay, should not have access to this part. This might be a sensitive one, because if they activate couple of services, okay, the billing will start from your partner, from your global account to SAP itself. Okay, so even for developers, we don't encourage to give full access. Okay, only the portions what they are entitled to do. Okay, they should have the restricted limited access given to them, so it would be easy for us to manage also, and there won't be any kind of issues in terms of legal issues can not be there, legal or financial. Okay, so even these things we can restrict with the help of different roles and authorizations, the BTP cockpit access. Okay, this is the reason I just showcase you that it's a clear difference. I am also inside the one of the sub account. Okay, and the menus items are different because I have different roles over here. Okay, yeah, and this all things are related to above environments, so probably I'll just try to skip this part for now. Okay, so this is in general the case to repositories what we have. Okay, for now I'm just keeping the ABAP environment and the Git repository because we don't have to go with that. Guys, any questions so far?
No, good.
Okay, that's fine. Fine. So we can have different accounts, okay, enterprise accounts, and we can have trial accounts. Trial accounts, lets you create the platform for free. So if you have any kind of Gmail or any kind of accounts, right, you can create your own trial account and you can try to leverage the free services without any kind of hassle. How will you identify the free services? When you go to the discovery center, and in discovery centers, whatever the service is marked as always free, okay, you will be able to try it out. And even the free tier access, you will be able to try it out. Okay, so that is how we can try it out. Access is open to everybody. So this is for the individual developers, right, and the contributors. If you'd like to try out some new services, how it can be done, even some new uh, let's say freshers are there, right? So if they want to try it out, they want to uh, how it's working, how they can also create the Fiori application. So with the help of personal explorations, okay, and not for the productive use, we can use the trial account. When we say the enterprise account, it is usually associated with the SAP customers and partners. TCS can be SAP's customers also, and it is definitely SAP partner also, right? Because TCS is also purchasing the official SAP license from SAP, right? TCS is purchasing it, so it becomes a customer also in a one way, and it is also supporting a lot of SAP's customers in terms of supporting solutioning and the implementation part of it along with the AMS. So it will become a partner also. It contains their purchase entitlement. So there will be different types of accounts, okay, different types of commercial part of it inside the enterprise. It can be a CPA, it can be a pay as you go. We can see in the next slides of it. It groups different sub accounts that has the administrator makes available for the users for deploying the applications. Okay. Ideally, we can have only one admin, okay, one or two admin for one global account, even for enterprise one, to avoid any kind of legal or financial issues. Okay, and it is in general, okay, we for quite a lot of partners I have seen the commercial issues, commercial financing issues with the SAP, and they have to raise with the legal team and they need to take it forward. So these are the common issues what we have it. The reason is it's very straightforward. If you open entire cockpit to all the developers, sometimes knowingly, unknowingly, developers tend to create couple of instances of the services for their own use or for the customer's part of it, or to create some kind of POC. Unknowingly, the services will incur some costing for that global account, which SAP will build to the partners, and the issues the issues can be started. The other part is unknowingly, for a couple of services will have a basic cost. Okay, I'll showcase you SAP. Okay, so this is the one of the cost service we have it. When you go to the pricing of it, when you go pay as you go, and when you start the calculator, okay, it's completely different, right? Earlier we had different, this is different. Okay, even I'm clicking on add icons, sorry, add button. Okay, let's say I create the medium pipeline. I'm not going with the large one. Okay, okay, so I have different types of options to be selected. Let's say I'm selecting metadata abstractions from couple of systems. Okay, I'll say the data preparations. Let's choosing randomly. Okay, please don't just bad. Okay, I have maybe 5 developers, 4 developers, and filing. See, for some medium part of it, I just put some random figures. These are very random figures. Okay. Okay, these are the capacity units are being consumed means, and if you know 4008, let's say 4900. Okay, 4900 multiplied by 1.3, so it's coming around 5200 something. This is the basic cost per month for one of the sub accounts. Okay, if you have 3 sub accounts, dev, QA and prod. Okay, let's say 5 into 3, 15,000 euros per month. That is the, we need to have it. So these services are not free of cost. Okay, it will be based on the different types of parameters which SAP has defined. Okay, and if you go with the, let's go with a large one just for the example. Oh, okay, so for 4 the things are very okay. So there are various parameters by which SAP is defining the capacity units in this particular service, and the one capacity units means 1.3 euros. That is the cost. So services are not so cheap. Couple of services are not so cheap. Okay, so we need to be very careful when we are selecting the service, even if you are using not using. Okay, services are made available to you. Okay, and the cost is associated with that. Okay, so we need to be a bit careful while creating any of the instance services, and we should not expose the entire instance to everybody just like that. Okay, see, we have the global enterprise account. It can be consumption based, it can be subscription based. Okay, when you go with the okay, account features at level A. Okay, so if I can show you this, will okay, it does not coming out clearly here. Okay, yeah, okay, it's not coming out clearly to showcase you, but there are account model feature set A and account model feature set B. Okay, I think here we have it somewhere. Yeah, fine. So global account is there. Realizations. A global account is used to manage the sub account members, entitlements, quotas. Right? We have seen everything. So this is what I have as a global account. Inside that one, I can have the one or multiple sub accounts. I can also have the directories. I can also see, the users, roles, entitlement. I can see it over here. So manage sub accounts, members, who can access the sub accounts, entitlements. What are the services? Okay, I can have it. What are the quotas of the services? Okay, let's say I need 3 instances of Cloud Foundry runtime. I need 6 instances of it. Okay, even same goes with the HANA Cloud. Okay, so what are the quotas I need to have it? Even sometimes, okay, let's say I have a restriction. Okay, for Cloud Foundry, I think we have a restriction. I will just try to showcase you. We have some kind of limitations. I think I need to check it out for per runtime environment, and if needed, we need to assign multiple Cloud Foundry runtime environment, so multiple quotas to that. Okay, so that we can, if we have large number of multiple applications to be deployed, even for one Cloud Foundry runtime instance, we can have multiple quotas probably which we need to assign it to them. Okay, so yeah, you can receive the entitlements quotas to the user platform resources per global account, and then distribute the entitlement quotas to the sub accounts. Okay, so what we need to do, we can go to the main account. Okay, Okay, yeah, entity assignments. That okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, yeah, the add service plan is not there. Okay, so we can add. Okay, one. Okay. Okay, did you see it over here? Cloud Foundry runtime environment. We have one instance. Okay, and we have audit log management service. Okay, and we have not utilized any of the instance. Okay, so even for multiple services, okay, here we have two quotas are been assigned, right? So for each of the services, okay, we can have the multiple quotas. Based on the available quotas, we can assign it to the sub account. Okay, if quotas are full, we cannot try to leverage the instance within the sub account part of it. We have to we have to have another quotas to be added to the service in the global account level. Once we have the additional extra quota, then only we can give it to the sub account. Okay, it's like, if your global account does not have any kind of free instances or free quotas, then you cannot give it anything to the sub account. So first of all, at the global level, at the root node, okay, you need to assign it to the more quotas, then only it will be visible for the sub accounts to be added. Okay, that is not.
Sorry,
Yeah.
is it specific to the restriction for a specific sub account, or it is just the global level that you can have only this many number of environments and it has to be distributed to other sub accounts?
See, Ranga, okay, when we talk about the enterprise one, there is no limitations at the global level.
Right.
Okay, and okay, I would put it in different way. Okay, let's say TCS has decided that across the world they just want to have $1 lakh to be used for uh, for SAP BTP one global account. Okay, per month, $1 lakh per month.
Right.
Okay, so in that case, you are already subscribed couple of services, instances, and the quotas from SAP that I'm going to use $1 lakh. Whatever I can take it up within 1 lakh, I will try to leverage.
Right.
Okay, but when we talk about the one global account having $1 lakh of consumptions part of it, you have couple of services, but there might be possibility that, right, couple of regions, let's say India and Australia only, okay, they need some more instances to be available and they need some more expensive services. Okay,
Right.
so in that case, we cannot go ahead with just like that. Okay, in that case, we need to cut down somewhere in other services. We can make it active for one region. Okay, so whatever you want to have it at a global account, that only you can try to leverage within the sub account. If your sub accounts has a different kinds of requirements at the global accounts, we can try to cut down some services and we can try to activate something else.
Right. So that needs to be happen at the global account level, or we can go and remove that from the sub account automatically. The cost will come down.
Okay, that depends on to the service by service, it might differ. Okay,
Right.
and when you talk about the global account, right, so not everybody, okay, only one person might be a technical, might be a non-technical also. Okay, majority part non-technical will be having the access to the global account from the SAP. What are the subscriptions needs to be done, and the person would be jointly collaborated with your SAP head architect. Okay, and they will decide how they need to take it up, because that person has to jointly collaborated with the SAP for various legal requirements. Okay, and for other activities also, even that is feasible. That okay, so what I mean to say, whatever a global account having, okay, that only your sub accounts can take it up. If you would like to have some kind of adjustment, you need to, first of all, you need to remove that services from the sub accounts. Okay, and then your global account can adjust with the adjust with the removing the service and activated some other services in the global account level. You can increase the quota and we can take it forward. Because even if you do not, even if you have 100 instances, if you have it, okay, as part of Cloud Foundry, and if it is okay, and it is associated some kind of costing, even if you are not using it, the cost will be associated, cost will be there.
Right.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so okay. Yeah. So global account manage sub accounts, members, entitlements, quotas. You receive the entitlement quotas to the platform users per global account and then distribute to the entitlement quotas to the sub accounts. Okay, so it is a top down approach. Okay, for the enterprise one, for trial one, whatever is available, you can try to use it. Okay, and you can freely use it. Otherwise, the trial service itself having a limitation, so you don't have to worry about anything. And even being a trial one, there won't be any kind of cost associated to that one. And when we say sub accounts, lets you manage the global sub accounts, the organization level and requirements with the members, authorization and entitlements. Here, when we talk about the global accounts, sub accounts level A, sub accounts level B. Okay. And when you see it here, we can have multiple sub accounts, but it's just one hierarchy. And when we talk about the account model feature set B, in this case, we can have one global account, we can have the one sub accounts, we can have the directories, we can have the sub accounts and directory, we can have the multiple sub accounts and the directory. This is how we can take it forward. Okay, the maximum is the 7th layer. Okay, after 7 layer it will not go deep, it's not feasible. This is the only difference. Yeah,
as a developers, we all come under sub accounts.
I'll not say we will not come under sub accounts, but yeah, we would be given the limited and restrictive access of the services. Okay, sometimes it is feasible. You even being a developer, you don't have the access to sub accounts. You just have access to the space only. Okay, so you will be given access to the business application studio. You will be given access to the space, so you do not have really access to the BTP itself, but still you can create the applications, you can deploy the application, and you can check the logs. It is feasible.
No.
Okay, so it's not necessary that even if you are a developers, okay, you will be having full access to the sub accounts. No, that is not mandatory. Even the access can be limited to the service layer itself, and even sub accounts will not be visible directly. Okay, and it will, this kind of scenarios will differ customer to customer. When if customer is very strict, okay, they are managing their own BTP environment, okay, in that case they will not give you access to anything. If customer is a kind of a medium, or maybe they are new, okay, maybe they tend to open up the sub accounts access. Definitely global account will not be there in any case. Yeah, but this is fine. Okay, so there is only one difference in account model feature A. We can have only one hierarchies. Okay, in our account model feature B, we can have multiple hierarchies, and we can create the directories. Here in this case, we cannot create the directories. And if you have the directories, we can segregate. Okay, TCS India, TCS Australia. Okay, we can also have TCS India also can have TCS delivery, TCS AMS, TCS COE, TCS India COE. We can have it, and that will same goes with the TCS Australia. So based on the logical grouping, we can have the solutioning created and we can have it over there. So is this clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will you be able to show an example? So if we see this in the slide here, do you have an equivalent example in the BTP screens?
I can create it. That should not be a challenge.
Yeah, because
Hold
at this moment we have to use a bit of imagination. So yeah.
And I agree. Hold on, and let me just try to create. I don't know what happened. I probably need to refresh the entire page. Let's see. Okay, fine. Let me create a directory. I'll say TCS IN. Okay, I'll create another directory. TCS AU. Sorry, my bad. Okay, in TCS IN. Okay, I do not have authorization over here. Fine. I do not have proper authorization, but otherwise even I would have a create options over here. Okay, but fine. So we can have multiple directories inside TCS India. We can have the another directories and sub accounts. We can create it. I don't have authorizations at this layer. I'll not be able to showcase you, but it is quite similar. And when we go to inside the directory also, if we can try to create the sub accounts, it would be a same one, right? Just like what we created earlier one. Okay, is this fine? I think it is a kind of similar thing, right? Creation of directory and sub account, and we can have the logical grouping. We can do that.
Okay, so if possible, maybe in the future sessions, if we can just show a screenshot, it's not necessary. You need to create, like, if we have show, yeah, it'd be better.
Fine. Okay. See here. Here it's visible. Okay. Hold on. I can create a directory again. TCS. Okay. See, we have one maybe root directory. Okay. When you try to compare with this one, let's say this is the directory what we have it TCS India. Inside that one we have TCS COE. Okay. So TCS India, then we have a COE. Okay, and COE we have one more sub account which is the new solutions. Okay, so just like that, if you would like to create a new directory, we can create within that one. And this is the sub accounts we have it. When I click on it, I can just go to the sub account layer. Within the sub accounts, I cannot create a directory. I cannot create the sub accounts also. Okay, so this is my kind of a final node. Okay, this is kind of final node. Within that, I cannot have more branches. From this one, I can go here and I can go here. Is this fine? It's kind of a logical grouping what we have it.
Sure, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, and just for a purpose of it. Okay, AMS. Okay, if I have some kind of BTP AMS solutions which I have created it, so we can have the AMS solutions. We can have center of excellence. Okay, and even in here also, if we can have the maybe new sub accounts, just like that AI. I don't want to put an AIML solutions. I would like to have it. I can put it over here. I can create it. Okay. So this is a kind of a logical grouping of it. So AMS, COE, implementation. Okay, or maybe some kind of industry solution, IC, right? So I can have it, and within that one, I can have different sub accounts. Okay, where I want to deploy my solutions logically. Even in one directory, if you have seen, right, one sub account is for AWS, one sub account is for Azure part of it. Okay, so the actual providers, okay, it is a one-to-one mapping with a sub account, not with a directory. This is what we have. I'll just try to delete part of it.
I have one query. Can we access the one sub account data to the other sub account?
Can we access the one account's data to another sub accounts? We can access the services. Okay, so what we can try to do, we can create the services, okay, which at the endpoint we can try to deploy as a creation the destinations part of it, and the cross sub accounts data we can try to leverage, but that is not straightforward one. Yeah, the answer is yes. Technically, it is feasible. Okay, we can have the alternatives to access it, but ideally we should not do that. The reason is, okay, it might impact the performance impact also, because the another sub accounts might be in a different provider in different region. You need to establish the connectivity and the latency, the the calling time. Once you create a send the trigger the request, and once you get the response, right, it might be a vary. So it's better to have everything in one sub account. That is the best way. But yes, technically it's feasible to have it. Okay, yeah. And I think I deleted everything which I created it. I think we'll took a pause here for a day. If any questions are there, we are good. Otherwise, we'll have it session starting tomorrow then.
Okay, I have one question regarding the system and deployment phase. Whether is that already covered with the what are the systems? For example, the guidelines, like for example, one sub account development, test, and production. Is that already covered, or it's planned? For example, is there any zero downtime? So how we can achieve that?
Okay, so let me go back to the infrastructure side of it.
Sorry,
Where is
maybe I
my
missed.
blog? No problem, no problem. See, when you talk about the downtime, right, all these services are offered, okay, as part of the cloud, okay, and it's run on SAP data center or the hyperscalers. All these are providing 99.1% plus downtime, okay. Yeah, so this is the uptime, sorry, my bad. Okay, my its uptime is 99.1%. Okay, and also you can try to have the multiple replications. Okay, uh, so in that case, downtime would be 99.95%. They call it out, and we really don't have to bother about it. Okay, it is something goes wrong with the hyperscaler, or maybe something goes wrong with the deployment of the SAP services. There might be an impact, and the impact will be global. Okay, so even SAP will be on top of it. But generally, I have not seen much downtime over there. Only last 4 to 5 years, I've seen the serious downtime 2 to 3 instances only. Okay.
Okay. So adding to this, for example, we have the applications, whether it's the integration suite or CAP project. Okay. So when we are trying to deploy, okay, I don't want to be user to affect that. So just how we can avoid that?
Okay, so when you are deploying your applications to the, you are basically deploying your applications to one sub account actually within the space of it, and this space, the sub account is running on either on AWS, that particular region, okay, AWS or Azure, what you have selected it. In our case, we have selected the region of Azure, Australia region. So yeah, So only if that Azure Australia, region will be down, then the service will be affected. Otherwise, the deployed working service, the applications will not be impacted. Kishore.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So
is
in a
there
nutshell,
any sample you can? Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
in a
go ahead.
nutshell, we do not have any kind of choice. Okay, about the part of it. What is the options we can have it? We can have the similar instances can run on multiple region. Okay, in that case, we can try to avoid the downtime. By any chance, if one instance is down, okay, then the application will be running on another instance. So that kind of configurations we can do it.
Okay, so based on some that blue-green deployment, that instance, is that the same or it's a different one?
Sorry, I don't get your question, Kishore.
No, when you say the instance, for example, we have a 2 instance and 1 instance we are trying to deploy, so we can map the other user to use the second instance, so the users they don't have the regular activity, they won't stop. That's what you are explaining, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Kishore.
just is there any something blue-green deployment strategy? Is that the same or it's the different?
Okay, I'll just try to find out. Maybe if remind me if I don't share it by tomorrow. Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll just try to find out that part. But definitely we can have, even for database also, we can have the complete replica of it. Okay, the costing would be different because we are going to another replica. When you are trying to create any kind of operations, okay, it would be they need to do replications. But definitely we can have, if the instance is so critical, we can have such kind of strategy by which application can be deployed into multiple regions. Along with that, we can also have the database also running in multiple regions. Okay, and the uptime can be much better. That is feasible. We can have that kind of strategy, and yeah, which it would be based on even in SAP basis part of it, right? We can have this kind of strategy. Similar strategies can be applied over here as well.
Okay. Yeah, we will also go through some documentation. If you have any specific to that blue-green deployment to avoid the users' work day-to-day activity, just is that able to achieve in trial system to do some demo or something like that?
No,
The green.
no. Trial system will not allow you for any kind of replication because the such strategies will require additional costing, and trial version is just for the personal exploration use of it. It will not be considered. All these activities will not be considered, as part of personal explorations part of it. Even if you'd like to try it for personal part, it won't be there, and its extra costing will be there. So you should know.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, definitely. I think team, we are already overshot by 4 minutes. I'm sorry for it. Okay, tomorrow we'll just try to wrap up within the time frame itself.
And thanks, Chintan and ZaranTech team. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.